I went on Google Trends, Hot Trends, and I found this listed in the rankings of the past couple days. So it says, article in Huffington Post, here's how Dr. Seuss, born this day in 1904, was part of the pro-vaccine movement. But that's a misleading title, as you're going to see by the time you get to the facts. They actually give you the facts, but they don't tell it properly in the title. They give you the biographical information on him. He's a famous author, children's books. You probably have heard about it. It's very popular in America. I don't know, other countries too, probably. So apparently his illustrations were used from, I think, various books, and they were part of this campaign to reuse them and put other wording on them for Immunization Awareness Campaign. It's a Health and Human Services campaign, and that was in 1997. So you can see it's a bit of that propaganda for the, you know, this theory, this money-making scheme that the medical industry is doing. That's basically all it is. It doesn't have any proof. It has certainly a lot of indications, and really the reports are stacking up about what kind of harm this procedure can do. I'm not even going to call it like anything but a money-making procedure that they try to do. They try to push this. And by the time you get to the end of this, it says, the very last sentence, I think Huffington Post is a little bit misleading. They want you to read all that. I feel that this is a very important point that should have been put in the first paragraph and in the title. It says, the campaign launched 6 years after Dr. Seuss' death. Okay? He died at 87. Okay? Now, his wife is the one who controlled the rights to the works, because copyright is transferred to family as long as there's paperwork in that, and they will control that for a certain amount of years. It's not perpetual. I think it's only about like 90 years or 100 years from the creation of the works. And in other words, if like it's created and then the person dies after holding their own copyright for 30 years, then you get like 70 more years, whoever's in the estate. So the estate was controlled by, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that was his wife. It's not his wife. It's another relation of his. But that relation was the head of Dr. Seuss Enterprises, Inc., which took over the copyrighted material. And I think it says somewhere here what her relation is. Audrey Geisel, the author's widow. Okay, so it was his widow. I did make a mistake. I made a mistake saying that I made a mistake. Okay, so you can read the article, and basically, my point is to bring out the fact that vaccinations and immunization is very dangerous, very risky, and people should not be coerced or even forced into taking this, like they're doing in Africa, to take advantage of the people there and to kill as many off as possible. It's basically eugenics. It's basically, what is it? Is it Malthus? Who was the one that said that, Malthusian, like that you have to kill off part of the population when there's overpopulation through famine, disease, plagues, wars, you know, that type of thing. It does kill people. Diseases are perpetuated because they keep injecting it into people, because they know that people, living people who are about to die, but living people are the best incubators of the disease. They cannot do it otherwise. So all they got to do is inject it into them, and then they incubate it and they spread it to other people. People can get the disease even if they have the shot, because there's a certain percentage, probably like there is a lot of cases of people dying soon after receiving their vaccinations. And even this whole thing about the flu shot that they're pushing on people, like especially older people, like why do you think the older people get sicker and then they end up in the hospital, and then it's like, oh, well, you can make the excuse that they just died of old age, you know. But all this is a big scam, and I hope that you get educated on it. And there's a lot of doubt as to whether Dr. Seuss would have done this, but his wife, I don't know how close they were, the wife is the one that decided that his material, his artwork, would be used to literally promote this very dangerous and questionable procedure. Thanks for watching, everybody.